Here is 8 bold NFL takes for the 2025 offseason. And we're going to start this video out strong. I think the Steelers are going to trade up to go get quarterback Cam Ward. I think they're going to trade up and get the number 2 or 3 pick. I think the Titans want to keep their pick. I have a feeling they're going to go get Abdul Carter. I think the Titans are going to wait one more year to go get a quarterback. But the Steelers seem like they don't want Russell or Fields anymore. I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, I think they're going to trade up. They're going to go get Cam Ward over Travis Hunter. Cam Ward just fits the Steelers play style more. He's a running quarterback very similar to Russell Wilson, who's not very much of a running quarterback anymore, but very similar to Justin Fields, who's got an okay passing game. Not Cam Ward. Cam Ward's a great passer, but Justin Fields. To me personally, this one feels very obvious. There is no way Russell Wilson ends up back on the Steelers next season. And the Raiders are a team that need a quarterback, but it just gets better. Because Pete Carroll's the head coach right now of the Raiders. Russell Wilson's former coach on the Seattle Seahawks. So yeah, not only do the Raiders need a quarterback, but they also have a quarterback that's in free agency right now where the coach has already coached him. So yeah, Russell Wilson's going to be a Raider one way or another. And then for his teammate Justin Fields, there's a lot of possible options where he could potentially go. The Titans could sign him. That's definitely a big pick right now. We can maybe see the Saints sign him if they decide to move on from Derek Carr. Maybe the Rams. Maybe even the Seahawks if they decide to move on from Geno Smith. I know Kirk Cousins has ties right now with the Browns, but I think Justin Fields is a much better quarterback than Kirk Cousins. And I think that the Browns are going to go and make a move to go sign Justin Fields. And I don't know, if they go to get Justin Fields and he proves that he's been a good quarterback all along, maybe get another piece for their offense, they could be a solid playoff contender. But they would have to keep Myles Garrett, obviously. Yeah, I know I'm a biased Niners fan. Call me out all you want in the comments after you hear this next take. Definitely the boldest one I have yet, but my pick is for Deebo Samuel to stay on the 49ers. Look, we've been through this process multiple times. Deebo's requested a trade 2 times before. The Niners said they were going to trade him. It never happened, and I think we're going to keep that going. This time it's definitely more extreme than the other times. After the other times we were coming off good seasons, now it's a really bad season. Injuries all around the board. His fellow teammate Brandon Ayuk left in the middle of the season with a knee injury. But we've seen this pattern so many times. I think Deebo is going to be a Niner next year. But comment Deebo Samuel if you guys want to see me do another video about this. Let's keep this thing going on to Cooper Kupp. You know that his name had to be in here somewhere. He's not going to stay on the Rams. That would be even bolder than Deebo. The Rams already said they were going to trade him. So yeah, they are going to trade him. In the last couple years, we've seen more in-division trades than we've really ever seen. The Saquon trade was crazy, and I can go on for a few more minutes. We're just going to bring up Saquon, the biggest one. But am I the only one that thinks that Cooper Kupp will end up somewhere else in the NFC West? Not the Niners, that'd be way too biased, but I think he's going to end up on the Cardinals. Myles Garrett has already asked out of Cleveland. He's definitely not on the best terms with the Browns. If the Browns can go out and make a lot of moves, then I'm sure that Myles Garrett would probably end up wanting to stick around with Cleveland. They did have a good season a couple years ago with Joe Flacco. But the Browns suck, and based off their organization, I don't think they're going to do that. So my pick is for Myles Garrett to go to the Commanders. The Commanders are a young team. They're coming off a very successful season. I think they've got cap to sign Myles Garrett. So yeah, that could be an underrated move made by the Commanders. When I look at Max Crosby, I see a guy that wants to be a Raider for life. But not everything I see comes true. I think Max Crosby is going to get moved in a big trade. The Broncos, another young team that had a really successful season this year. Nobody expected it to happen. They had a really solid defense this year, and who knows, Max Crosby could be the guy that could make them an actual contender. So I don't think Max Crosby is going to go to the Lions and team up with Aiden Hutchinson where he was born. I think he's going to go to the Broncos, stun tons of people, another cross-division move. And then really, what would this video be if I didn't mention Aaron Rodgers' name in here? Come on. The Jets are going to move on from him. He's not going to be a Jet next year. We all know that. Let's just get that out of the way. And then from there, there's really 2 options. Go to a team that's in desperate need of a quarterback, teams that I've already brought up in this video, like the Browns, the Titans, the Raiders, the Giants maybe even, but he's not going to go from the Jets to the Giants. Or he straight up announces retirement. I watched Aaron Rodgers' show, and I learned 2 things about him. 1, he's a smarter guy than we all think. And 2, he's just as crazy as we think he is, maybe even more than that. So yeah, retirement's the other option, and that is my final bold pick of this video, maybe the boldest. I've heard nobody say that they think Aaron Rodgers will retire, which makes this the best take if it ends up coming true. Leave your thoughts on all these takes in the comments, which one you believe in most, and leave one of your hot takes for this NFL offseason in the comments.